Okay, so this is what we're... Oops.
Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Dawn. If you are new to my channel, thank you for joining us. We garden in Texas Zone 8B. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. And we are going to be working on certain problem areas in our yard. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the pool equipment right there. It houses all of the ugly stuff. We keep the wheelbarrow, the hose reel, all of the everything back there, and it is on the path from our back sidewalk and our pool sidewalk. So we ordered some privacy screens from Wayfair, and we're gonna figure out how we can get this area to be private yet accessible, because we still need to be able to access the pool equipment for maintenance and all that other stuff.
So thank you for joining us, and I hope you'll stay tuned so you can see the final product. All right, let's get started. Seems like it's going to be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Like all the parts came with it, even the building tools or whatever, screws. What are those for? Oh, planks to put into the ground.
Yeah, that's,
Stabilize it.
this is if you drill it into cement and it stays.
So we just got the simple, modern looking one. The wind can flow through it, hoping that helps a little bit. It's pretty sturdy, but it'll get the job done. I mean, you can kind of see when I shake it. You can hear it. But I think it'll be decent. I think the main thing is if the wind can go through it, then it should work okay. Also, we ordered just one to make sure it worked correctly before we decided how many more to order. It feels pretty heavy and substantial put together, so we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of them that we need. So we wanna just go ahead and measure up in here and decide just how many total. So the problem we have is just if we set it right here against the house, then we still have this big gap, and it kind of defeats the purpose. But we also have a French drain, a drain line set up there. So what we decided to do was to remove the base completely on this side, and then have a cut off 2x4 that is under here and back here, and then we'll bury the 2x4, and then we'll be able to push it. There won't be anything here on, and we can have it flush to the house. This is what it would look like, flush against the shed, and we're pretty happy with how this looks. It looks like when we measured it, we'll need 3 total. So we're gonna go ahead and order 2 more and get this done. There's really not that many parts.
So the directions provided were pretty clear cut, and this was very, very easy to put together. The frame, it's pretty much about building the frame and putting the screws in and then sliding the panels into the frame, and it's about as simple as that. This entire project really could have been completed with one person. I was able to build these screens and move them myself. Thankfully, my husband decided to help me get this total project complete. I did decide to use a socket wrench just to tighten the bolts beyond what the little tool was that they gave me. And after it was complete, it feels pretty solid with all the units tightened and put together. So I'm very pleased with how sturdy this screen feels. Okay, so this is what we're... Oops. That's exactly why we need to attach it to the shed. So down here, he removed the legs and put them on 2x4s. So we're going to bury these and then crank it into the ground with the bolts, like over here. See the bolt that goes into the ground? And then we're going to attach this one to the house. Okay, so this one has been attached. This one is solidly attached. This one we're still working on. And so this one is the one that needs to be hooked to the shed somehow, because it's the one that's going to continue to blow over. And even just a small gust of wind is blowing these down. So that's where we are. We removed a lot of the flagstone here because we don't need all that flagstone back there now. Since it's hidden, we're just going to have granite. We're going to repurpose this flagstone. So what we're planning on doing is changing this and building a sidewalk. We'd like to get rid of all this grass and just have a flagstone sidewalk similar to what we have around the rest of the yard, and have it just kind of cut this path in half and lead straight to the door of the greenhouse. Okay, and then we're going to just turn all this probably into just some cut flower garden. Not decided yet, but we will see. Anyway, this is going to look great. I'm excited about it. So what we've decided to do is take a concrete pay stone here, and my husband cut it in half, and he started drilling holes through the concrete to allow the concrete bolt, and then we'll bury that under the crushed granite. And then he's going to attach where it meets the shed up here. We have this wood that holds the tools. So he's going to just put a huge long screw and it'll hold it to this. So if it flies away, it'll take the whole shed with it. So let's keep our fingers crossed that never happens, right? Again, it came with multiple types of bolts. We decided to go ahead and use the concrete bolt. It seemed like the twist in bolt here that you see
it just kind of pulls up out of the ground when the wind blows. So we're definitely going to be using the concrete bolts here.
And here is the final product from the privacy screens that we put up to hide our ugly. I'm pretty excited about how it looks. So this will give you multiple views. This is if you're coming from around this side. This is if you're coming around from this side. So all those times that it fell on the wheelbarrow, it scratched it up. It looks like pretty bad. Honestly, I'm very disappointed, but I do have some bronze color spray paint, so I can always touch it up. But altogether, I'm not that worried about it. I'm sure it's going to happen a lot, especially with all the hail we get. So I touch up every now and then. It's not going to harm it. But just so you do know that it does look like it scratches pretty easily. And I thought it was paint, but it's not. So anyways, it'll just add to the charm. We did have to leave this open for our wheelbarrow, and then if we do need to access the pool equipment, this can somewhat act like an opening gate, and we can pull it open if we need to work on the pool equipment. But we have to keep this open so that we can access the hose. But for the most part, it does the job. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. We're debating about putting another screen that connects them that will just open like a gate. But altogether, let me know what you think. Still have a lot of work and cleanup to do up in here. And just to give you, oh yeah, lovely, nice doo-doo. I'll get that cleaned up. My doggy loves to leave treats. Anyways, you can see the, we did not get this bolted in correctly, so we just used nails. So we need to go ahead and probably put another concrete block under here. These are on here for the meantime, but you can see how we have just kind of started redoing the bed. 2x4s, pretty solid in there. And then we're just gonna extend this little bed a little bit further, kind of fix this whole area. And then over here, we have already put them in concrete and have buried them in the granite. So you can't even see the feet. And you can see up here, it is bolted to the shed. So if the winds are so heavy that it wants to take this, it'll either rip through the shed or it'll take the shed with it. But let me show you on the inside of the shed. Let's see. And you can see here, the 2x4 is now sturdy as it's connected through the shed. And again, if the winds are so bad that it's gonna rip that panel off, it's either gonna rip our shed or it's gonna take our shed with it. So we'll have a lot bigger problems if that happens. Let's go ahead and show a before. Here we'll show what it was like before and then now what it's like after. So I am super pleased and I'd love to hear what you guys think. Leave some comments and also let me know what your suggestion would be about this space that we have to leave here. So anyways, I'm so thankful you guys joined us today and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.